How's it, guys? Okay, my apologies, there won't be any shout outs today. As you can see by the title, it's been a tumultuous 2 days, tumultuous and emotionally draining. So what happened? Well, let me start from the beginning. We came out on Monday, my sons and I. We were digging holes, planting posts, because I want to subdivide some of the camps. We received the good news that the registration process of registering the farm onto our name should finalize hopefully end of January, maybe next month. It's been a long, arduous process. And so we came out Monday, we were digging posts and holes. Started raining a little bit, for which we were very grateful. We had to pack up and go home. And I came out Monday afternoon late, just to do a basic herd check, because well, spending time between the cattle to me is therapeutic. So came back Monday evening late, and we left here at about 7 p.m. All the animals were accounted for. Yesterday we came out again to continue with what we hadn't finished, and because we were expecting more rain and it was heavily overcast, we got to work immediately, and I didn't check the herd. I saw the cattle off in the distance, but I didn't check the herd. At one stage we needed to get more poles because we were busy planting poles, and when I went up I saw something's wrong. I saw two heifers in a camp outside of the game fence, and that didn't make sense at all. So upon further investigation, we found that our fence had been cut, and we had been liberated of 4 heifers. Of course, that came as a shock. First thing I started doing is started tracking them, following the tracks, and then it started raining again, so we had to pack up and go home. Came back yesterday afternoon after the rain had passed, and we didn't have a lot of rain, but we're grateful for every drop. Came back, followed the tracks, and I found 2 sets of tracks. One that went to our neighbors on the left-hand side over there, and a couple of tracks that went up the road in that direction. Now, the animals that they had taken, or that we had seen has been stolen, were those 2 red Nguni heifers. The back Nguni heifer over there. That's one over there, just next to Naledi. So she's one of the yearlings, and you can see she's a little bit stressed and under conditioned. It's been a tough 2 days for her. So they've taken her, and they've taken this little red one over here, not the very small one. They've taken this heifer over here, this one, that one over there, and one of the Simbras. So 4 animals, we were down 4 animals. Anyway, so I was tracking as far as I could. I followed the set of tracks to the neighbor next door. He's a black gentleman with his own cattle, and I asked them, listen guys, please have a look if you don't see anything running around on your farm. Also opened a case at the local police station, and ironically I still haven't received a case number. Don't know if I should be surprised. In any case, so I went to bed last night fairly disheartened, not expecting much. In fact, well, we only got to bed 3 a.m. this morning, because these guys have a habit of hitting you twice in a row. Anyway, so this morning started off with a bang. I received a phone call from the neighbor, and they said there was a Simbra animal running there that's not theirs. And by the description, it sounds like one of ours. So that's one I'll go and fetch this afternoon when they bring their animals in, because they kraal them at night. And 5 minutes later, I received a phone call from the neighbor on that side, from his foreman. And he said that he's got 3 animals running there that don't belong to them. So it seems I found them all back. Of course, the fact that I posted a small reward upon the successful return of my animals probably didn't hurt anything. But yeah, we've finally become part of the statistics in this country. I suppose you can't call yourself a livestock farmer until they've stolen something from you. We're just very grateful to get our animals back. As I said, I'll be fetching the other heifer this afternoon. We're just too grateful to get them back. And I'll have to rethink my security. Now, ironically, they've been running in this big camp over here for most of the time. I moved them into a smaller camp that's about 50 hectares. And on the second night they were in the camp, we got hit. So someone's been observing, someone's been gathering intel, someone saw an opportunity, but we got them back, and that's the most important. Now, hopefully this is not going to become a thing, but for the moment, we're just grateful we have our animals back. And it's ironic, it's farming in South Africa. Everyone suffers from stock theft, from the biggest farmer to the communal guys, to the guys on the plots that have 1 or 2 head of animal. Everyone gets hit. We all suffer the same trials and tribulations when it comes to farming cattle. But yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys. It's interesting. Just something I wanted to mention is what I think happened when they cut some animals from the herd. They originally cut 6 from the herd, 3 Simas and the 3 Nguni heifers. Of the Simas, they just couldn't get 2 of them to play along because we found them on the other side of that fence in the front there. They were running around and they were fairly wild, and you could see they were agitated. And I think the intention was to take all the animals that way, but the other Simas broke off and ran that way. So that's why I have the Simas. They are fairly calm and quiet if you move between them. But the moment you start agitating them slightly, they can get quite wild and spicy. And in fact, they like running. They've got these big floppy ears, and when those ears stop flopping, then you know it's a lost cause. So yeah, guys, just a quick update on the last 2 days. This was not the type of content I was intending on making. But you know what? I'm grateful. We were blessed. We got our animals back, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Just quickly, maybe an update on Balor. She's looking good. I see that teat for the last couple of days, it was smaller. The calf was suckling it. Today it looks a little bit bigger again, but I'm not going to intervene now, because every day this little calf gets bigger and stronger and consumes more milk. So it is a little bit more swollen than the rest, but it doesn't seem to be as hard and as swollen as it was. Though looking from the back, it's still not looking too good. Ironically, or interestingly enough, her calf is 3 years younger. 3 years, forgive me. 3 weeks younger than the other 2, but is the same size. Now, all right, the other 2 were born from 2 heifers. That can be expected, that they will be a little bit smaller. And the 2 heifers won't have as much milk as Balor either. So I'm expecting this calf to outgrow the other 2. That would make perfect sense. And old Bootle over here, who was at one stage, seemed as if she was intent on murdering the little bull calf. By the way, his name is Dingaan, and this black one, we decided to call him Shaka. She was intent on murdering Dingaan at one stage, it seemed. And now he suckles her as well. So he suckles his mum and he suckles her as well. Not ideal, but you know what? I won't intervene. It's nature, these things happen. As long as the little heifer, who I haven't named yet, as long as she doesn't start falling off the bandwagon or losing a lot of development or condition, then I'll let nature take its course. Anyway, so guys, that's that. They stole our cattle and we got them back. A rare success story in South Africa. It happens, but not nearly often enough. Anyway, thanks guys. I've got a couple of videos planned. They won't happen this week though, not at this point in time. Although I would like to go and do a video on my neighbor's cattle. He's actually got some beautiful cattle. I was very impressed when I saw them. And they farmed in a communal type system. So he's really got some beautiful animals. Maybe he'll give me permission if I see him this afternoon to record them. But for the rest, yeah, hope you guys have a good one. And we'll chat again. Cheers.